I tried recording this. I recorded it once and it was flawless. So, and then I tried saving it and my computer crashed. Long story short, this is my second take. I hate it. I hate doing second takes. But anyways, um, all right. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I just finished reading Gary's V book, and the other day you posted on your stories like, if I meet him, like, what do I even say? So take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt, okay? Now, I have known about Gary Vee for a few years now, and I've never really understood why it just didn't align with with him, right? Um, and I after reading this book, I think I'm able to put it into words. Let's say let's put a spectrum, right, of the creators. You know, let's just call it creative economy, right? We have Gary Vee monetizing the shit out of it, and he is super ambitious, super successful, and some people would say like he's at the pinnacle of like the creator economy. Okay, you got Gary Vee. Now you have a contrast to it. You have Chris Do. Now, Chris Do, the way you feel about Gary Vee is the way that I feel about Chris Do. Okay, I feel like they're both equally successful. Granted, Gary Vee's making like way more money, but I feel like in terms of like in terms of tactics and dealing with the creator economy, I think they're both at the same caliber. Now, Gary Vee is all about personal branding. Chris Do is all about building a community, right? I feel like one of the things that Gary Vee doesn't really address more often than not is that let's just say that he did it accidentally, but it's probably by design, where he did two amazing things. One, he built his personal brand like flawlessly, but he also built a flawless organization, right? And I don't say flawless, but anyways, um, long story short, what I'm trying to get at is that if his name is tied to this badass organization, let's pull it back a little bit. Let's do a little bit of an exercise, right? So if I come up to you and I say, "Hey, my name is Ernesto, right? And I have a podcast that talks about brown men dealing with issues of corporate America." There's one way, or another way, like, "Hi, my name is Ernesto, and I have a podcast that talks about brown men dealing with issues in corporate America. While doing work for My Block, My Hood, My City, I was able to see blah 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 blah." Right? The point of that exercise is that when you add an organization to your name, it gives it that much more heft to it, right? It almost like it makes people want a little bit more. Like, for example, let's take a look at when you did the panel for Web3 Familia, right? You were like, "Hey, my name is Magda, and I'm part of Web3 Familia, blah blah blah," and you went on and spoke, right? Now everybody was like, "Damn, like Web3 Familia, like, yo, like what she's saying is facts, blah blah," but who else is behind this, right? So it just adds that much more heft to it. Now let's go back to Gary Vee and Chris Dunn. Gary Vee, like he said it himself, like, "Dude, I want to buy the fucking New York Jets, right? That's my mission. I want to buy the fucking New York Jets." And he's like, "I don't expect you guys to be, to want the same things that I do, um, but yada yada, right?" So that's his mission, right? On the other hand, you have Chris Doe. He's like, "I want to teach a billion creatives how to monetize what they want to do." Um, Now they're both putting out content. They're both, you know, talking yada 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 and establishing their authority in the marketing world. It's called, right. Um, but I feel like what Chris Do is doing is something that I align more with because essentially he builds the organization. He builds the organization, and that organization gives his name that credibility, right? So in this case, what the reason why I align with the most is like, imagine if all the creators are trying to all build their own personal brand, right? So I'm building my brand, and that's building his brand, and you're building your brand, right? It's so much harder to continuously pump out content for me and continuously like continuously trying to keep up with all the trends, all the new social media platforms, yada yada yada, individually, right? So I say that it's more important to build the organization first, and then you leverage the organization to build your personal brand, right? So like I don't know if I said it in the beginning, but essentially the question would be this: what is more important, building your personal brand first or building your organization first? I want to know what your take on that is. Anyways, um, like I said, it take sometimes when I speak, it might sound a little structured, and uh, anyways, I hope this somewhat triggered your your mind to say like, yo, Gary, like, anyways, um, man, I really wish you would have said that first take, but yeah, but I'm just kidding, by the way. Oh shit, I forgot I was doing this.